Hey everybody, I'm Bloom, and welcome back for episode 6 of the World League Report, where I am here to walk you through everything you need to know about the GeoGuessr World League week to week. And once again, for anybody new, we currently got 40 players battling it out for 20 weeks, trying to gain points toward their world ranking. This world ranking is going to decide who goes to the World Cup this summer. Really important for them to be getting those points week to week. And as always, we're going to start this week's recap with a little look at the standings before the week started. As we can see, RC stood at the top of the leaderboard with 29 points in 11 matches, with Blinky right behind him with 28 points in only 10 matches. MK had jumped up to 3rd place, and Consis was on his tail with only 8 matches played. Now with all of that said, let's take a look at how this week played out. Guys, this week's 2 broadcasts gave us some insane matches. Let's see the best highlights. Our first match was between Feneb and Kurania, and it brought us all the way to NMPZ.
What continent this is?
Yeah?
I was thinking...
No, it's not a pole.
Estonia I don't like.
Ooh, it looks very hilly for Estonia, right?
Yeah,
it
looks
looks
like
like almost
Sweden
Murin Mountains.
Looks like Sweden, Norway. Maybe
I don't know if that's a hedge for maybe Finland and Poland, or I don't know.
Bulgaria.
Ooh.
That shouldn't be. Yeah, that's just...
After that crazy round, Kurania took the game on round 4. Next up was Armani versus Zigzag.
Hype for now, and now he looks for more information to confirm it.
There's a lot of signs here. There has to be one sign that says the town name.
Yep.
Can somebody find something good?
Yep, they have both a lot of signs on their screens, however they went different directions. And we have a guess
Emerald
down, so Zigzag should be in the right town, unless
like
that
water on his
sign
screen.
is lying. Unless both signs are lying, which I don't believe. Armani's still looking around, still looking for info, guess just outside
Might be
Brisbane,
enough.
which is a decent reading guess. However, he didn't get to the right information, and just with those 2 rounds, Zigzag can't turn around the game.
Yeah,
Locking
maybe
in that first win.
financed by the government, or if it's actually just nice houses.
Yeah, always hard to tell what the case is. But we have the yellow plates on the poles here. Commonly found in Hokkaido.
And
But
Armani found a
Hokkaido
nice
is still
lineup.
pretty big. So yeah, what you can do is find a grid that lines up in the cities in Hokkaido. It looks like we are in a somewhat bigger city, so... But there's still a couple in Hokkaido.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
bigger
one
than you expect, and Armani has a 436.
wants to win. I mean, considering he just lined up a random city in Hokkaido. But this just looks like a very standard round. Armani can't really win here, but he could lose if Zigzag tries something a bit fancier, like east of Joburg. I kind of like that.
Yeah. I also like a Johannesburg guess here. It should be South Africa with the poles with the car. That's how the
Wow.
players know it. And Zigzag is very close, and that's enough to win.
And we went on to Amarain versus Kurania.
There's no issues with driving between Belgium and the Netherlands.
You also
No
have the
border
region of the other
controls, no
side.
nothing. That means there are a lot more roads where you can pass the border.
Yeah, it did say Brabant there, but that only narrows it really down to still a very long stretch.
We have Amrin actually guessing in Belgium.
Yeah, I might have it. Yep.
We
Found
try
it
to...
after-
Yeah,
No, that sounds good.
sounds good. Don't know if they can use that as a region guess. We have a couple signs, so I don't know if Kurania can make out at least
You
province.
did mention it's a ski resort, and usually they're in New South Wales or somewhere on the border to
Yeah, a
Vic.
couple in Victoria as well.
Yeah. And that is exactly where Krania guesses on that border. Alpine National Park,
Mm-hmm.
fitting name.
It is fitting, especially with the ski resort.
And we have a WA guess. That cannot be correct, I think. We might see the game here.
No, I don't really know what he used.
And it was
or
Alpine.
what
Almerain didn't get a very favorable outcome from that game versus Karania, but he went straight on to face Sheena with a bit of a renewed mindset.
Ever making a region guess here could be quite tough.
I could see like the
Because
middle,
we
south or east, like...
Don't really have a strong clue for the south. Also not really a strong clue for anywhere northeast. And...
Okay,
and maybe we are just in between. So
I was thinking North Carolina or
yeah,
something there, because it kind of looks like a mix out of south and east. We have a Michigan guess, which is very far away. So let's see who's right. And it is South Carolina, actually.
Carolinas.
But more on that game later.
Getting it pretty quick.
Next up, we saw Armani versus Lenley.
It's a clue, but I would personally never take the chance and guess there.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas is known to be a very good Indonesia player, but if you are not, then it is very tough to get. However, here we are in a deserty landscape with the Google card that is specific to Mongolia, and with that given, this road makes sense. However, region guessing it is quite tough unless you are Lenley. Unless you are Lenley. I think this is, especially with those trees, I did consider Nuken, Mendoza. Maybe a bit further south with those snow-capped mountains though.
Yeah, we have a very big valley. This looks like it could be knowable. And we also have a big river crossing. There can't be too many, surely.
Surely.
I think both of them are in similar areas, but they're both still scanning a lot.
Actually, there are a lot of shrubs, so maybe we are further south. Just those trees towards the west looked a bit more northern to me. Where
he's now very
Lenley
far
is, he
north.
is in Nuken, so
He's very
nice to
far
see
north.
that, because I wasn't happy with none of them agreeing with my shout. But
Armani's
Lenley
road
is in
kind of makes
Nuken
sense.
now.
Lenley, with a pretty dominant performance, had to end it out with a new pair of sunglasses, the Lenley Classic. And two of our Japanese players had a matchup too.
Between Qatar, UAE, or even Oman.
Yeah, Oman
But
doesn't never have an antenna though, so
Yeah.
usually pretty easy.
yeah, in this case, the car helps. And even which type of antenna can also help you guessing within Qatar.
True.
Whether
Short
it's a
one should be further
long,
north.
middle, or a short antenna.
Short one should be north of Doha, but this is pretty hard to line up. There's so many small enclaves, like in just too much. But I kind of like Spaghetti's lineup
I
here.
don't see the port for Spaghetti, but everything else looks good.
And he is on it.
And it was indeed there.
Yeah, it looked very, very good.
After some technical difficulties put a pause on this game, we came back and it ended on round 9, bringing us to NMPZ.
Yeah, on a gravel road like this. Would you get those signs in Bolivia in the middle of nowhere? I think that's more a thing you would see in Chile,
It
but
would be Chile the other option, because they're not striped like in Peru, so it's between those two.
yes.
The thing is, if it is in Chile, it's very far south, I would say, like way more south.
Yeah. Like the fact that we have signs on a road like this makes me think Chile more than Bolivia, but
But the rest
the
is-
landscape definitely looks Bolivian, so anything in that region does make sense. And we do have this split up,
we have 5x damage, so a lot on the line.
and you trust the infrastructure of the roads
And Spaghetti
down.
No poles, no car. Car colors are also very helpful in Brazil. No, I mean, maybe they have copyright, but without car, it's pretty much useless. So they are really stuck here without any good clues. Really just the landscape.
That's the best outcome, honestly, because it's
What a crazy end, and we moved on to Consis versus Lenley.
23 copyright visible on the car, which players use to rule out or rule in Germany.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the sign though. That does not look German. I don't know what I see there, but the poles also didn't make a lot of sense. But the rest, oh, that house does not look German.
No, I would agree that house did not look German.
France is a good guess, I think, like the
I would
northwestern
agree.
parts.
Could also see Belgium again.
And Consus, bro, he needs to open his map earlier. Like
Hungary. He knows he's wrong. It's the United Borneo, Malaysia to me. Sabah does make sense with the hilliness, the oil palms. This hazy camera, also very commonly found.
Yeah, I mean, hazy camera,
Right there.
a problem in a lot of like Gen 3 coverages. But yeah, I kind of like Sabah as well. I mean, you're playing the odds here. I mean, you have some slight hills, you have oil palms, which are very common in Sabah. It could still be Sarawak, but I just don't think you should get... Oh! Last second switch by Lenly.
Actually, yeah. Consus is allowed to make that risk
Lenly
with
was literally
6,000.
Super exciting match to end out the first broadcast. Next, the second broadcast, which I hosted, brought us so many insane moments. Let's see them. Really helpful, especially for Blinky. He has so much memorized. But these do look like pretty small. It's pretty small towns.
Tiny. Yeah, I mean, Stord, Lufthafen, Stord is going to be a town, but it could be like super tiny. Like he probably is scanning for it, but yeah, I'd be surprised if either of them finds this. And I think they're probably just going to have to make a region guess. But it looks like currently Finnbar's a bit more south. He's more towards Stavanger, so that could be fairly significant. Blinky also thinking of going in Oslo. We'll see.
See if it moves it. Yeah, the two plonks are not too far apart from each other. Just Finbar farther south. Oh, Blinky, right there. 4.5 times multiplier, that's going to be...
Anything south of like Puerto Montt and north of Punta Arenas, you get a lot of just similar kind of cold-looking green landscapes. So we'll see. I didn't quite see exactly where Harrier's pin was, but this round definitely could make the difference.
Wow, Harrier. Amazing guess. 5 times. RC versus Finbar gave us crazy guess after crazy guess. Let's see it.
Finnbar, hoping he gets a little more luck in this one. See if he can take the moving game against Radu, who is also one of the best moving players out there.
The time runs out.
Wow.
And is Finbar on it?
Pulls. Sort of an unusual landscape with all these cacti, but I think we are likely to be pretty far northeast. I like the Bahia guess from Finnbar and Radu following suit.
The time runs out. And Finn.
Oh my goodness.
What
he can do. We've seen it pretty much all the weeks that we've been able to watch his games. We've seen just how good he is. And he's never going to give up here. Did Finnbar find it? Oh my goodness.
Finbar.
Wow.
RC confident on a Mexico. Trying to look for a town that could line up. Finn's there now too in Tabasco. RC was first there, didn't find something he liked trying to line up anything. Has now moved much farther north. Nope, he's kept the guess in Tabasco actually, so 2 similar guesses.
Oh,
wow, RC ended up having it lined up. The 5
here on this urban round. I don't know if that's because of the palm tree or just the general foliage, but oh my
god, they're right in the correct town. The wave. They both
off the coast of Western Australia. There he goes. RC thinking Mount Gambier and sending pretty quickly. Oh,
truly unreal guesses from both of these players throughout the game, but in the end, RC took the match. After that, we got a moving masterclass from 2 of the best moving players in the world.
Sure, but yeah, it is going to be Germany. Kais Lippe, I think he's going to know that.
You see, sign malfunction hasn't gotten one with only 2 seconds left. This could be a pretty big difference here. Blinky on it.
Blinky on it. He found the sign at the very end. Sign that malfunction did not find. Malfunction, I believe, is scanning for the road right now. Blinky does not have that.
Yeah,
finding the roads to start with 4, so I think she's probably close. I don't know if it's 445, 446, something like that. 443, I think. I think malfunction is on it here.
What a guess! What a little back and forth.
It's going to be findable, but he'll at least be in the right province. I'm not sure if malfunction has anything here.
Blinky in a town looks pretty confident too. This is basically a battle of who can find the information. They both are so good if they can get it. But Blinky, it's just back and forth and back and forth. Who's right on top of it? Their back and forth finally brought us to no move, with Blinky winning the moving game. I agree.
Malfunction instantly sending in Georgia. Blinky is more in the Carolinas right now. Virginia, this is a different guess again. Oh my gosh.
Wow, Blinky. And finally, Blinky is just so hard to beat. But let's keep the highlights coming.
He's not sure either. This could decide the game either way. I mean, MK's ahead. This is not really what he wants to see, a massive country on high multipliers, but this could be very consequential here. Stefan thinking about Queensland. He switches to Queensland.
These
MK's
are pretty.
Still in Western Australia.
Yeah, these are big differences in guesses.
Oh, he's
We'll
back
see
to
where it
Northern
ends
Territory,
up.
though.
Oh, he did move last second.
And it is
MK
West.
is closer. That's going to win him the game and the overall matchup. We'll see.
I don't know if he just missed the word, because I want to say that Found knows about them, but maybe I'm wrong. Either way, again, this is something that not a lot of players have done, because it's like there are over 400 of them to learn, but once you know them, it's really a massive advantage in Indonesia. Oh, gosh. Oh, he's in North Sulawesi. This is
Wow,
game.
this is
game.
the game right here, without a doubt.
switching.
Unless he moves.
Is he? He's
Is he
thinking
going to
about
move it? Is he going to move it? He
He's not.
doesn't. The time runs
Oh,
out, and Fao is on top of it. Blimey. So
Wow.
far away. Look how confused he looks.
Yeah. This is... I mean, I like Fao's guess in Southern Russia. It's just the thing is that a lot of the coverage where they're clicking is Gen 3, not Gen 4. So that's, I think, maybe why Flyme is confused. I would guess it's maybe a bit south of where he is. Yep, exactly where Fao is. Yep.
Wow. Fao.
That on. That's a kabupaten in southeastern West Java. Harry knows.
Harry locks it in.
Nice.
Does Orlando? No, he doesn't. He is on
sure he
Java,
does.
though. So the region guess is not bad. He's looking for the town, I think, right now. But it doesn't seem like he can find it. Yeah, this is going to be big points for Harrier here. He's
huge.
right on it.
Close. Oof.
Wow.
Hard to get any damage off of him. This is a strange round, by the way. I don't know what this pavement is.
Yeah, this is wild. What are we looking at? We're seeing
Yeah.
two different continents here.
Is the sun north? Is that why Harrier went South Africa here?
He did it so confidently,
Yeah.
too. Wow.
Wow.
It must be said that that did not look hit. That's the only way to do it. Definitely not impossible. Can't count him out yet. But it's going to be hard to do.
I'm going Indonesia. I thought it could be Thailand. Yeah. My first thought here was Thailand. I can't rule out Indonesia, but it kind of just looks a little more Thai to me, personally.
I might agree with that, actually.
Might be game either way.
We'll see. Wow.
God.
It is
It's
Thai.
still game.
But it's still the game, even though both.
But anyway, some similar town name, I guess. But Malfunction has a road number. I don't know if Radu saw it. But there was a green sign with a province and a road number, I think. Radu is insane at Peru, so his guess is already so good. He doesn't even have the road, but his guess is so good anyway.
Wow. Wow. That is so impressive from both of them.
I don't even know how many, like 12, 13, something like that.
Somewhere right in there, yeah.
So he has been so hard to beat. Malfunction has a chance to do it here. Again, I think Malfunction's most comfortable and strongest mode is moving. So this will be tougher for her to do, but definitely still possible. She has the skill for sure. This is a nasty round, by the way. Spain and a France.
To give you some exact... Wait, oh, they are pretty far apart. In my opinion, that's one of the most skillful guesses we've seen so far in the World League. And this match gave us some more amazing guesses, too.
So players are going to be scanning the coast looking for the exact 5K. I'll be impressed if either of them finds it, but man, they're actually right in the same area right now, I think. They have it? Oh my...
Wow, what in the world are we seeing from these two players? That's unreal.
Strange for Sweden to me.
I agree.
But,
I agree.
Doesn't mean it can't be. I can't think of anything else it can be at the moment. I mean, it could be some weird US or something, but I think I like Sweden. It's just an odd round.
It is a very odd round. Malfunction has not guessed yet. Where will she go? Open the map, Malfunction. You've got 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
What?
Oh,
The
she going
US?
She's thinking about it. She's not going to. Where is she?
But she
Like
leaves it
Bulgaria?
in where? Like Turkey? Bulgaria? Wow, and RC's just on top of it.
Oh my god. RC, like, the consistency is crazy.
That second broadcast was so unreal, but as always, we also had lots of games played off stream. Let's see the best moments from them. In the Zigzag versus Anu game, we saw an insane guess on Brazil. Mata and Mu on Moving was an absurd game of close guesses. What insane gameplay there, and on to No Move we went. With Mana taking the No Move, we got an NMPZ matchup. And in the end, Mata beat the Canadian on his home turf. Strafan and Mu found themselves on one of the most difficult rounds I've seen in a while. Let's see it. even a really hard India round too. Speaking of these crazy hard locations, we had one end out the Harrier versus Yannick game. Debre dropped some absolutely unreal guesses in his no-move game against Mata. And with that, he won the matchup. With all the highlights done, guys, it's time for Bloom's Blunder of the Week.
Ben has nothing.
He's on the road. He gets on the road.
And he's back on the sidewalk. What a mess of a location.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
He
no.
keeps jumping back and forth. On the road again.
Yeah. The problem is when a person walking is the one who took the coverage, then that's the speed you move at when you click down the road. I'd have zoomed on Catalonia. They're both East Coast, but still pretty different guesses. Does Ryder have a pin down? No, he doesn't.
Wait.
He doesn't. Oh,
RC
my
didn't have a
God.
pin down. Oh. Guys, for me, Blunder of the Week is always about the storyline. And the storyline for this one is insane. RC fails to guess just because he didn't notice the time. Owns up to the mistake, and as we saw from the highlights earlier, wins the entire match. So impressive from RC. And finally, Bloom's Best of the Week.
Lots, or however you will call it, but yeah, especially also with this shield on the side of the road, this rock shield. Both very good clues for Ontario.
But where is hard to say. This
It
looks like new
can be
coverage.
hard to read and guess sometimes. Ontario definitely has some parts that look alike.
Ooh. And Amrain with a GG already. Is that actually enough? It is not
It's
enough.
not. He's on
Wait, those two. Do we see
especially
a
with
Nicaragua
those
hedge?
fencing. With those fencings, I like the Colombia shot maybe a bit more, but the landscape looks more Mexican. Now,
It's not
who it has the? Okay, are you more nervous if you're Amarin or if you're Sheena?
I'm more nervous
Because
than Sheena. I'm
if
nervous.
I was Sheena,
You have nothing to learn if you're Amrain. Like, you have nothing to
yes.
lose. Is he actually going Nicaragua now? No. Okay, he's going
It's-
Colombia. One of them will win.
X damage.
Is it Sheena or Amrain? We definitely get a winner here. And it is Amrain. I think that will
It's
be enough.
Indeed, Mexico. That
Wow.
will definitely be
8
enough.
HP.
Turning it around.
Holy.
Staying on the trend of picking rounds because of storyline, this one just had to be picked. Almarain drops a GG, thinks he's gonna lose, but survives, goes down to only 8 health, then manages to win the game on the next round. What in the world was that? Stuff like that is so fun to see. With all that said and done, now let's finally take a look at our standings after the week is played out. Blinky has risen back up to first place, now beating RC by 1 singular point. MK and Consus stayed as our 3rd and 4th, both gaining 5 points this week. And now, Zigzag sits comfortably in 5th place with the same amount of points as Consus, but more overall matches played. Guys, next weekend we won't have any broadcasted matches as we're taking a week off for the holidays, but do tune in the new year, January 5th, 2025, at our normal slots of 12 Central European Time and 19 Central European Time. And with that, guys, we're done. We're out. I hope you enjoyed this week's recap. Make sure to tune in with us in the new year in 2 weeks. We'll see you then. I've been Bloom, and as always, peace.